So being the relatively new married, how's that changed your life?
Well, it's, I'm a bachelor all my life.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What is the hardest part?
It was hard sharing and cleaning up after somebody else and closing doors and drawers. That took a lot of adjusting. I'm just
Putting the toilet seat down.
You're not trying to convince me that Amy doesn't close doors behind her.
She's always been like that.
That drives me a little nutty too when people don't do that. When Chris is sitting there in the cabin, you would never know that me and Bill and Ty go back quite a few years, and that Chris is just recently, but you'd never know that. We visited as if we'd all been fishing buddies for 30 years. Karen and I were trying to figure out, like, we got the whole don't fix what's not broke. We got that whole thing going. It's working so well. I think we're afraid that. I mean, it's not that we have anything against the institution of marriage. We both been married, but. Like, do we need to do that exactly?
I was concerned about that too. At 59, it's not like I felt like I had to get married, but I've heard so many stories from other couples that were together for a long time, and as soon as they got married, the relationship changed.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned.
They're allergic to the metal.
Talk to us about
They're allergic to the
This is
jewelry.
what I need to know in real life. Like, tell me about that. So did you feel that kind of shift? Or?
Well, fortunately, that didn't happen. But no, I was concerned about that, but fortunately, it didn't change. I feel like, if anything, it became easier.
I don't know. We're not taking anything off the table. We always, when we talk about it, we always say we'll talk about it again in a couple weeks or months or whatever. But the house right now is, a lot of it was pushed off because of that. So that does it's a game changer.
You're scared.
Petrified.
You are. Really?
Petrified.
Really?
You are.
Yeah.
You are. I feel it. You're scared.
I'm shaking in my boots.
Shaking in your boots. You don't like that commitment.
No, it's not that
No.
commitment. No.
No, it's just I understand.
I don't ever see myself with anybody other than Karen. I think she feels the same way. One of the things that's very good about Karen and I's relationship is we're able to give each other space. We enjoy sort of our mixture of independence. We've tested our waters by having our place together in Arizona and being able to go down there. We did talk about once the house is real, we would revisit it. So we're starting that process of like, hey, does this change anything? We're both kind of, no, not necessarily, other than you might sell your house and move in, So, but, we very much respect and appreciate the concept of marriage and the principles behind it, and we're weighing all of our options. No matter what I do, one thing I can promise, you guys will be the last to know.
Salute.
If you guys want to walk up to this table, I'll go back to the car and get our lunch.
Oh, good. I get to watch her. You do all the work?
Yeah.
We're kind of in our early spring and want to take advantage of nice weather, so we wanted to have a different kind of scenery, taking Daisy for a walk.
We have spring fever. We want to get out in the sunshine and open air.
All right, to our first picnic.
I know, isn't that great?
First picnic of the year.
It's so funny, I'm getting so many people commenting on yours and Matt's bromance. Lisa's like, what in the world is that all about? And I said, yeah, I know.
You're getting okay with it, though, right?
As long as it doesn't get too crazy. People think you guys would talk about me. I don't think so.
I'm glad that Amy is getting more comfortable with, Matt and I,
I swallow it.
Okay. I'm glad Amy could choke it down then. When Matt and I get together, she knows it's safe. We're not talking about Amy. No one's throwing her under the bus.
Don't be comparing notes, man.
Yeah.
Occasionally, some relationship comes up.
Oh, like what?
I might make a comment about, you and I do this, or this is an issue, and he might say something about he and Karen, but we don't compare notes about you.
What's the issue?
Oh, no issue. I'm in heaven.
So the topic of Amy did not come up, except for once.
Really? What did you say, babe? What did you say about me?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Tell me the truth.
Yeah, apparently, Matt and I both think that it's kind of, I don't know, maybe a little irritating that you're always leaving doors and drawers open for no reason. You grab something and then you just walk away and leave the door open.
Well, I leave it open because I have to go back and shut it when I return the item there.
It could be weeks before you go back. In the meantime, I'm tripping over an open door.
You know what? Those incidences rarely happen, and when they do, I think they're blown out of.
Oh my God!
Blown out of proportion.
Rare. Oh.
I think I know when I see it most of the time. Well, we'll see how this fundraiser goes. Are you into helping or being with me on it?
I mean, I've been trying. What more would you like me to do?
Well, once I get a date, maybe think about a few people that maybe would be interested in coming.
Amy and I are talking about doing a charity event. Amy has in the past, and now I'm finally at that point in life where I want to start doing some more charitable work and giving back. And so far, it's been kind of fun.
And then the things that I was thinking about raising money for, I think it's just easier to do it for organizations I'm familiar with. That is DAAA.
What does the DAAA stand for?
Dwarf Athletic Association of America. So the charity we're supporting is DAAA. There you go. Who's picking it up? It formed back in 1985 to give the opportunity for dwarfs to really compete in sports. We have national games, we compete, we have medals. There's a international dwarf games. It's a wonderful organization. And now that I have grandchildren, it's an organization I'll be with, forever. Can you handle me being in charge?
I don't mind you being in charge, but I don't want to be a mute gopher for you. You just want mouth shut and just do whatever you point and tell me to do. This will be our first time collaborating on anything like this, so if I'm going to be a part of this event, I actually want to be a part of the meetings too. Obviously, you can really, only have one chief when it comes to planning any kind of special event. I just want to be able to, throw some of my own creative ideas and input into it and be proactive rather than just being reactive to whatever the boss says.
I got to pick a date. I thought Matt only had one date available, which I still think he does. Or he has another date. I don't know. I got to see. Matt offered the farm up to, host this. So, that was check mark, a done deal. I think the farm was a good option because it's not taking anything out of the budget or costs. And I'm familiar with the venue.
It's a beautiful, interesting place for almost any event.
Yeah.